Hello guys, welcome back to another chess video. This is Amit here, and today I'll be showing you an opening game with c5 and g3. g3 has the white pieces, and Potempkin played this game against Alekhine. Alekhine was with black pieces, and as we progress in the game, we actually get to know that Potempkin made a lot of inaccuracies in the opening, so he was in an inferior position in the middle game itself. And as we continue with the game, we get to know that Alekhine actually sacrifices his queen as well. So he sacrificed the queen and in order to make the black king. So let's begin with the game. And white opens with e4, c5, g3. c3 is a Sicilian variation, and g6, bishop g2, bishop g7, ne2, and c6. Now here c3 is played in order to push the pawn to d4, but knight f6 he plays, and trying, if d4 now comes, probably he may push the pawn to d5 and exchange of the center e4 pawn, but knight a3 is played, which is very inaccurate, because now always we need to place the knight on the center squares, attacking the center squares, but here he actually needs two moves to attack the center with the knight. So he played to a3, and which is also an inaccuracy, and here black pushed the pawn to d5, trying to exchange of the e4 pawn. He captures, knight captures, knight to e2. Here you can see that all the white pieces are in the backward position. This knight on the e2 and knight on the c2 and bishop on the g2, whereas black's pieces are highly attacking on the center squares. Even the bishop is eyeing the d4 square, and black is ready to castle here. So he castled. Now d4 is played. The knights are simply attacking the center square, but he is actually in the defensive mode, not in the attacking mode. So he is defending his d4 pawn, so he captures, bishop to g4, pinning the knight on the e2 square. So in the future, maybe he can go to knight can go to b6 and attack his center pawns and may gain a pawn as well. So he played the bishop to g4. Here Potempkin actually played a move which was another inaccuracy, which was the move f3. f3, he really is annoyed by black getting his bishop to g4, pinning the knight, and he was very annoyed with it, and he played the pawn into f3. Bishop to f5 is played, knight to e3, exchanging of one of the piece. So here black gives check on the a5 square. So bishop d2 is a possibility, but if bishop g2, the knight takes the knight. And let me show you. If king doesn't move to f2 and bishop to d2, then knight takes the knight. If bishop comes here, then knight takes the queen. Now if rook takes the queen, knight takes the bishop, and he is simply a bishop piece up. So if instead he gets his bishop back, then knight takes the pawn and he is a piece up. So actually here bishop d2 is not a good move, so he actually played king to f2, and here black is trying to attacking the c2 square, which is kind of weak. So, and also the bishop is eyeing the c2 square, so white actually captures the bishop, and black captures the knight, and he plays g4. Now here you can pause the video in order to find out the winning moves for white. Yeah, the winning move for white is knight to d3. Knight to d3 is giving a check. Now queen cannot take the knight, and king has to move either front or back, but in the game he actually moves to the front, and here white made another good move here, and he sacrificed his queen as well in this position, and he played the move knight to d4. So now here if knight takes the knight on d4, then it's going to be trouble for white, because if knight takes the knight on d4, then actually in the game he didn't take the knight, because if bishop comes here, then queen goes, and probably if knight takes the knight, then queen here check. Now if he comes here, he has to come here, there is no other way. If he goes to h4, then he can simply take the knight, and with king is so much forward, black will actually mate the white king. Next move maybe probably here, or he has several attacks in this position. So actually he didn't take the knight, and here he took the queen, grabbing of the queen. But once he grabs the queen, then knight took the pawn, and here if he moves to h3, then knight to f2 is a mate, because two knights are very much coordinated and all the squares are blocked for the black king. So he didn't actually go there, and he played king to g4. Now comes another move, h5. Now if king f2, again as I showed you before, knight to f2 is a mate, and if he goes forward, then bishop to f6 is a mate. So this way Alekhine actually sacrificed a queen in the middle games in order to provide a mating net for the white king, and he won the game very well after playing with the knights, and the king was trapped in the side of the board. So hope you like this video. If you like this video and have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. See you all in the next video. Thank you all.